Very good afternoon to all of you. I'm audible to all. Okay. So we were discussing attenuation. We have simplified numerical. Okay. What are the reasons of attenuation? Attenuation reasons are material absorption, material scattering, curve, bending, coupling of different modes, losses due to leaky modes, and also losses incurred due to connectors and splices. Okay. So absorption. What is absorption? Absorption is uniform. The same amount of the material always absorbs some fraction of light at the same wavelength. If you have three blocks of the same type of glass, see if I'm having three different optical fibers, okay, right? The light is traveling through that optical fiber. All have some different ratios of absorption. So absorption causes attenuation in long run. Scattering. What is scattering? Scattering losses occurs when a wave interacts with a particle in a way that removes energy in the directional propagating wave and transfer it to other direction. The light isn't absorbed. Here the light isn't absorbed, okay, just sent in another direction. See, we have seen one figure in the first class where we marked what is absorption, how scattering is taking place. There we have marked all these things. TK scattering is defined as linear scattering and non-linear scattering. So linear scattering means the amount of light power that is transferred from a wave is proportional to the power in the wave. It is directly proportional. Okay, the amount of light power that is transferred from a wave is proportional to the power in the wave. It is characterized by having no change in frequency in the scattered wave. Scattered wave की भी frequency change नहीं होगी, ठीक है? On the other hand, non-linear scattering is accompanied by a frequency shift of the scattered light. Non-linear scattering is caused by high values of electric field within the fiber. Non-linear scattering causes significant power to be scattered in the forward, backward, or sideways direction. See, scattering releases some kind of energy. Okay, that energy can move in forward direction, that can move in backward direction, or in a sideways direction. That is shown over here. The light waves are propagating due to some scattering particles. The light gets scattered out. Here in linear scattering, the frequency of that wave will remain same. In non-linear, the frequency shift will take place in the shattered light. Shattered light can move in backward direction, forward direction, or in sideways direction. Okay, so light scattering can take place. Next is the micro bending loss. This loss occurs when the optical fiber is bent. Okay, the bend causes some stress in the optical fiber, which releases some kind of losses when your light travels around this. So how we can reduce this loss? This losses can be reduced by having a smooth bending of the optical fiber. So this is of two type bending losses: micro bending loss and macro bending loss. Okay, macro bending happens when the fiber is bent into a large radius of curvature related to the fiber diameter. Large bends causes macro bending, and a very sharp curve releases your micro bending loss. Okay, so these are the two types of losses incurred. Now we will study a very important topic, that is optical fiber fabrication technique. You can write down the heading optical fiber fabrication process. So students, what is optical fiber? Okay, it is a device or a wire which is used for transmission of wired communication system, where we can transmit voice, data, and content. Clear? Because of its ability to transmit at speed in excess of 10 GB per second over every long distance. It is in the optical fiber communication range. Okay, in the visible light range, this type of communication takes place. Okay, so here we will discuss how these fibers are fabricated. We have seen many times structure of optical fiber, core, transparent core, cladding. Then we are having different kind of coating, strength, material, and outer jacket. Okay, and this is a single optical fiber. In this, there are many optical fiber cables coming out through a single jacket. Okay, optical fiber consists of a core having high refractive index, cladding having low refractive index, buffer a protective polymer layer, that is a coating, okay, and a jacket protective polymer layer. So all these stages consist of your optical fiber. Okay, and the light ray always propagate through core. Okay, types of fiber based on materials. See, you can prepare your classification also, which materials are used. So two types of materials are used, that is glass, plastic fibers, and the last, which is the latest advancement in the optical fiber, is photonic crystal fiber. Okay, initially we had just two classification, glass fibers and plastic fibers. And in book also we are having these two classification only. This is the latest one, photonic crystal fibers. So glass fibers again they are classified as silica or silicate. Okay, silica SiO2 or silicate optical fiber. Again, they are classified as high silica SiO2 we are using to design this glass fiber. Okay, they are again classified as high loss glass fiber or low loss glass fiber. Okay, sometimes we have large core, sometimes we have long. The fiber is used for long distance transmission and short distance transmission. So these glass fibers are most commonly used and it provides less amount of attenuation. This glass fibers. Okay, they are used for long distance, short distance communication. They are There are two types in this also, high loss and low loss glass fibers. So many things are there in the glass fiber. Then comes your plastic fiber. Plastic fiber is an inexpensive type of fiber and generally lower quality. We are using plastic, so definitely it will be a lower quality than glass optical fiber. Attenuation is generally higher with the plastic fiber. The primary use of plastic fiber is in the automotive and medical industries. But it provides a greater mechanical strength, we all know, because it can be used in any kind of environment. Okay, and it is used for short distance communication. Generally this is used for medical industries. So this is the basic classification. Now we will move towards the advanced one, that is photonic crystal fiber, that is known as PCF. Okay, it is a kind of optical fiber that uses photonic crystals to form the cladding around the core of the cable. These are very good type of fibers, expensive also. Photonic crystal is a low loss periodic dielectric medium constructed using a periodic array of microscopic air holes that run along the entire length of fiber. So this is your photonic crystal. You can see the shape of crystals over here. Many optical fibers are there. Photonic crystal. Okay, so this type of fibers, this is the sheet which is used to construct this fiber. Is it okay? Methods to manufacture. How we can make this fibers? There are two basic fabrication techniques, students, which we use for designing of glass optical wave. See, generally one question is asked on manufacturing of fiber. Okay, and one question is asked on signal degradation. due to attenuation, dispersion. ठीक है. So methods to manufacture is optical glass fiber is vapor phase oxidation process or liquid phase method. ठीक है. और melting method. Second is your, generally we had a conventional method also, but right now we won't discuss that method. And other is your chemical vapor deposition method. ठीक है. These are the manufacturing process. Liquid phase or melting method or direct melt method. Other is your chemical vapor deposition method, or it is also known as vapor phase oxidation process. ठीक है. Initially we used some direct melt method, which was a traditional technique, but right now we are not using that. ठीक है. So moving ahead in this liquid phase or melting method. So what we do in this? You can draw this diagram. First write down the heading liquid phase or melting method or double crucible method. And now draw this diagram. This is the very important diagram. Finish, student? Finish, student? So you can see this diagram, which is a fiber drawing apparatus. Okay, na? How this fiber is designed from this device. So here we are using a clamp where the preform is designed first before preparing or drawing an optical fiber. This is a fiber drawing apparatus. Okay. Initially, this preform is formed. This preform is formed, and this preform is used. This is the preform. Okay, where this is attached with the help of this mechanism. Okay, now there is a drawing furnace. Okay, which will decide the thickness of the optical fiber. This is the drawing furnace, a very heated device. The heating device is connected so that this preform will start melting out. And this kind of a very thin fiber will come out of this, and a fiber thickness monitor will be there. So it will continuously monitor the fiber thickness. See what happens while drawing this optical fiber. If any kind of problems are associated with the drawing of this fiber, if the thickness is not constant, okay, and also your core refractive index changes, all these things causes the attenuation and losses in the optical fiber. So this process is very, very important. Firstly, we will design the preform. Okay, we will see the techniques also how we can design this preform. Secondly, the fiber drawing apparatus is very, very important. It should draw a proper optical fiber so that its thickness will remain constant, its refractive index will remain same, the material used should be proper, okay, and then fiber thickness is the very important parameter. It should not vary. So Here the fiber is drawn through this apparatus and a take-up drum is there, okay, on which we will continuously roll this optical fiber. Here some coating is done, elastic coating applicator. After drawing this fiber, we will do some coating on that. This coated fiber is taken up in the drum. So this is what? This is your fiber drawing apparatus. Okay, the preform is precision fed into the circular heater called drawing furnace. Again, I am explaining. Okay, fibers are made out from the preform. सबसे पहली बात, fibers are made out from the preforms. ठीक है? By using the equipment as shown in this diagram, the preform is precision fed into circular heater called drawing furnace. This is the drawing furnace. ठीक है? The preform end is softened to the point. The preform end is softened to the point where it can be drawn into a very thin filament. ठीक है? This end is softened out by using these heaters. ठीक है? Till that point where we need the perfect thickness of the optical fiber. Is softened out to the point where it can be drawn into a very thin filament which becomes optical fiber. An optical fiber thickness monitor is used. This is optical fiber thickness monitor is used in the feedback loop for speed regulation to protect bare glass fiber. To protect bare glass fiber from external contaminants, dust, water vapor, and elastic coating is applied to the fiber immediately after it is drawn. So these basic concepts are clear. So techniques we will study to prepare this preform. So all this theory is written over here. Melting process, okay. Now second is your chemical vapor deposition. So in this method, what we do in the chemical vapors are collected, okay, to design the glass suit. All these methods are based on thermal chemical vapor reactions that forms oxides. They are deposited as layers of glass particles called soot. There we had preform, here we had soot. Starting materials are solutions of silicon chlorides and other materials, porcelains and all. We are using barium, okay, germanium, porcelain, barium. These liquids are evaporated with an oxygen stream and form silica and other oxides. Chemical reaction process as follows. So this will be used to design your optical fiber. Okay, your chemical based method. So now types of fiber fabrication. These are very important. All these techniques are very important. And yes student, what is the thickness of this preform? You can ask this question also. क्या thickness का preform हमें बनाना होता है? So it is around 10 to 25 mm diameter. 10 to 25 mm diameter preform we have to design, okay, and 60 to 120 centimeter long preform can be drawn at that instance. Okay. So then we will use some connectors and splicers to connect this optical fiber. So types of fiber fabrication process or techniques to prepare preform. These are the different techniques. So you can write down in your copy. First technique to prepare preform is outside vapor phase oxidation, OVPO. Okay? Techniques to prepare preform, OVPO. Second, vapor phase axial deposition. Third, modified chemical vapor deposition, MCVD. Fourth, plasma activated chemical vapor deposition, PCVD, and general fiber fabrication. This is totally a theoretical topic. You have to draw diagram and you have to explain the working of that. Okay, no numericals will be asked on this topic. So we will start with these techniques. outside vapor phase oxidation process, OVPO. ठीक है, here first draw this diagram. Draw this diagram, students. First diagram is this. Number one diagram where A is written, ठीक है, soot deposition. This is your chemical vapor phase technique where we will deposit a soot. ठीक है, तो soot कैसे deposit होगा? Soot से ही हम क्या करेंगे? Optical fiber को draw करेंगे. Clear? So here a bait rod, a mandrel is used. A single rod is used, ठीक है, which is continuously moving, rolling, ठीक है, and some kind of vapors are used with oxygen. O2 plus metal halide vapors are used, ठीक है, through the burner. So it will melt and it will continuously deposit on this mandrel, this rod. So on this rod, some kind of glass particles will be deposited. That is known as soot deposition. Okay, so this soot is deposited to draw optical fiber. So here we are using your technique outside vapor phase oxidation. Vapor phase oxidation. We are using metal halide vapors, okay, with oxygen. We are using a burner, okay, which will melt all these particles, and all these glass particles will be put on this mandrel. They will substitute themselves on this mandrel. Okay, it is continuously rolling, and we will design a soot preform over this. Now, soot preform, we will check its diameters, core, and cladding. We will check its diameter, core, and cladding. Okay, the soot is formed, soot deposition took place, then preform sintering. What is preform sintering? We will try to design the optical fiber from this preform. This is my soot preform, ठीक है ना, ये जो है मेरा soot preform है, इसको मैंने थर्ड स्टेप में फर्नेस के साथ कनेक्ट कर दिया है. Here temperature, high temperature is maintained so that we can draw a glass preform. ठीक है, so this is preform sintering process. Then fiber drawing process will start. It will be melted till the tip, we get a tip of optical fiber. It is coming down and then it will be drawn. This fiber will be drawn. Okay, so this is OVPO process. Mandrel or rod, this rod rotates back and forth under the burner to produce a uniform deposition of glass soot particles along the rod. Okay, by properly controlling the constituents of metal halide vapors, steam during deposition process, the glass composition and dimension derived for core and cladding can be incorporated into a preform. तो पहले हम सिर्फ ग्लास पार्टिकल्स को डिजाइन करेंगे, उससे हम प्रीफॉर्म बनाएंगे और फिर हम फाइबर को मेल्ट करेंगे. ठीक है, सो दिस इज इनकॉर्पोरेटेड इनटू अ प्रीफॉर्म. और फिर क्या करेंगे हम? व्हेन दिस डिपोजिशन प्रोसेस इज completed, the mandrel is removed and porous tube is then vertified in a dry atmosphere at a high temperature. And what are the temperatures? You cannot guess. Very high temperatures we use, around 1400 degrees Celsius, to clear glass preform. ये डिपोजिशन हो गया है, उसके बाद हम क्लियर ग्लास प्रीफॉर्म के लिए 1400 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे इसको हीट करेंगे एंड वी विल गेट अ क्लियर ग्लास प्रीफॉर्म. ठीक है, देन बाय यूजिंग फाइबर ड्राइंग apparatus we will draw this fiber. So this is all about your OVPO method. Next, you can discuss vapor phase axial deposition method. Vapor phase axial deposition method. So in this method, what you will do, students? This is just similar to your OVPO method. Okay, this method is having less pollution during fabrication process compared to OVPO method. This method does not need mandrel as it is required in OVPO method. Okay, so it is almost same. It is almost same, just it will not use a mandrel to design the optical fiber. So this is the device used. Device is little bit complicated, but it is used for vapor phase axial deposition method. You can get this diagram from book. You can draw it. Porous preform is formed. Porous preform is grown in axial direction. These are the pulling machine. Transparent preform. This is my suit preform. Here the heating chambers are there. Glass particles, metal halides are there, which will react to form the preform. Device is looking a little bit complicated because it is a 3D view of this device. Okay, so the preform is formed by using vapor axial deposition. Again, vapors are used. Okay, to form. The method is same, just we are not using a mandrel. A rod is not used over there. Then we are having modified chemical vapor deposition method. See, always this device is used for all the vapor axial deposition, VAD process, it's written. Okay. Then we are simply showing how these chemicals are deposited. So this is MCVD process. This I will show you first. You can draw this diagram. MCVD process का diagram बना लो, बहुत simple है. A burner is used over here. Okay, this burner is moving back and forth. This burner. Okay, with a very high temperature, traversing burner is used. And this is my sintered glass into it. This is continuously, we are rotating it. Suit is formatted in this region. Suit formation will take place. Reactants are again your metal halides plus oxygen. This is a hollow glass preform. केमिकल रिएक्शन से डिपॉजिट होएगा. कंटिन्यूस हम इसको रोटेट करेंगे तो वी विल गेट अ सर्कुलर शेप. दिस इज अ बैक एंड फोर्थ फ्लेम. And this is the sintered glass. Suit formation will take place over here. Okay, so this is MCVD process. So we'll just have a quick. This process was developed by Bell Laboratories in 1974 and it was widely accepted for the production of low loss graded index fiber. Okay, this is used for graded index fiber designing. Glass fiber particles arising from the reaction of metal halide gases and oxygen flow through the inside of revolving silica tube. Okay, this is revolving silica tube. As SiO2 particles are deposited, they are sintered to a clear glass layer by an oxyhydrogen torch which travels back and forth along the tube. सबसे पहले metal halide react होंगे, ठीक है, glass particles were designed, then it is heated to perform the suit. ठीक है? Then when the desired thickness of glass has been deposited, when the desired thickness of glass has been deposited, the vapor flow is shut off. The tube is heated strongly to cause it to collapse into a solid rod preform. Again, ये बर्नर हटा दिया जाएगा. उसके बाद बड़े heaters लगाए जाएंगे. Tube is heated strongly to cause it to collapse into a solid rod preform. So then a rod is designed. ठीक है? The fiber that is subsequently drawn from this preform rod will have a core that consists of the vapor deposited material and a cladding that consists of the original silica tube. Initially we use the silica tube, okay, that will constitute your cladding. Clear? And the soot deposited due to metal halide reactions will be your core. So any doubt, students? Anything you want to ask? It's totally theoretical, but very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, how this glass fibers are designed. Yes, student, anything you want to ask? Or should we move ahead? Yes, Pratibha, Aditi, where are you? The vapor phase, axial deposition. This is the simple general diagram which all will use. This is MCVD process. Plasma activated chemical vapor deposition, PCVD, is similar to your MCVD, modified chemical. This MCVD. Okay, PCVD is similar to MCVD. Just your microwave plasma operating are used. This is your PCVD process. Plasma activated. Silica tube, deposited glass layer, reactants, a plasma is formed over here in the silica tube. Burner is used. Okay, different types of material, different type of technique is used, but the basic concept will remain the same. See, this process deposit clear glass, okay? Clear glass material directly on the tube wall. There is no soot formation. सूट नहीं बनेगा, सूट से हम बाद में प्रिफॉर्म बनाते हैं, बट यहाँ क्या होगा, तुम्हारा सिंपली ग्लास ही डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा ट्यूब्स की वॉल पर. ठीक है, दिस ग्लास इज फॉर्म ड्यू टू दिस प्लाज्मा टेक्निक. जनरल फाइबर फैब्रिकेशन, photonic crystal fiber fabrication. You can see many fibers are accumulated together. They are carved into a single vessel, and you can get a n number of fiber in a single jacket. ठीक है? So this is your overall fiber fabrication process. All the formulas are written in this summary over here. And now two important small topics are left that we will discuss right now. Very basic topic of this different measurement of optical fiber. आप क्या क्या parameters measure कर सकते हो? We have considered all the losses. ठीक है? We have taken into note how fibers are fabricated. After fabrication, what parameters we can measure? सबसे पहला पैरामीटर है जो लॉसेस से रिलेटेड है, डिस्पर्शन मेजरमेंट. ठीक है, लाइट वेव सिग्नल information traveling through the fiber badly affected from dispersion. But how to measure this dispersion? Okay, due to the effect of dispersion in fiber cable, pulse gets broadened out. There are three main types of dispersion. We have studied all these things. Now this is dispersion time domain measurement and dispersion. There are two types of dispersion measurement. You can write down the heading, students. Dispersion measurement. In that you can write down two methods. First, dispersion time domain measurement. Dispersion time domain measurement. Draw this diagram in your copy. Draw it fast, student. एक ही डायग्राम बनाना है, बाकी सब तुम बुक से बना लेना. Finished? So there are two methods. This is the dispersion time domain measurement. Second is your dispersion frequency domain measurement. So what is shown, student, here? In time domain, we are measuring the dispersion. This is your laser light. ठीक है? Laser will produce the light. ठीक है? Which will be transmitted through the optical fiber. This is my optical fiber. This is my transmitter. ठीक है? यहाँ तक transmission हो रहा है. यहाँ reception हो रहा है. Okay? Through a single laser light, we are launching two different optical fiber. ठीक है? Two avalanche photodiodes are used to receive this light. Photodiodes, we will study next unit. What is its role? It is used to collect the light energy. That means it is a receiver. जो भी हम light laser से LED से transmit करेंगे, that will be taken from the receiver by using this photodiodes. So here we are using some lenses to launch this light into the optical fiber. Okay, so this light will be launched over this. This is the fiber. Here the light will be received. Here we are using a sampling oscilloscope. What we used to do in this, the pulses are received by a high speed photodetector. ठीक है, avalanche photodiode and are displayed on a sampling oscilloscope. ऑसिलोस्कोप पे जो भी वेव्स आएगी तुम्हारी वो सारी डिस्प्ले हो जाएगी. ठीक है, a beam splitter is utilized for triggering the oscilloscope and for input pulse. This is a beam splitter. ठीक है, single beam is coming out. It is splitted into two parts, one coming down and one going straight. ठीक है, सिंगल लाइट सोर्स है. यहां से मैंने कट करके कुछ लाइट को यहां सेंड कर दिया और बची हुई लाइट यहां चली गई है. ठीक है, सो दिस विल अगेन रिसीव. इसको भी हम मेजर करेंगे और जो लाइट ट्रैवल होके आ रही है उसको भी हम मेजर करेंगे. Clear? Getting my point? At the input side, we are measuring the light through avalanche photodiode. At the output side, while receiving, we'll measure and we will read those reading on the oscilloscope. Then what we will do, we'll compare these two readings to know the dispersion. ठीक है? The fiber dispersion is obtained from the two pulse width measurement, which are taken at any convenient fraction of their amplitude. ठीक है students, so this is in the time domain measurement. Now we can do it by using frequency domain measurement also. Frequency domain measurement is generally preferred what happens here, the pulses travel down the length of the fiber under test and are broadened due to the various dispersion mechanism. However, it is possible to take measurement of an isolated dispersion mechanism, for example, using a laser with a narrow spectral width when testing a multimode fiber. So, this is in time domain. These are the formulas used. Pulse dispersion measurements are taken. See, at different length, we are measuring the pulses at the output and we are comparing those amplitude, how much is the signal intensity. We will convert input power, output power into decibels, and then we will compare the values and that will give us the dispersion. Second is dispersion frequency domain measurement. So here we are using a spectrum analyzer. Time domain के लिए मैंने oscilloscope यूज में लिया था, यहाँ मैं spectrum analyzer यूज में लूंगी जिसमें हम frequency domain में सारे measurements करेंगे. So this is the basic difference for dispersion frequency domain measurement. Second is the measurement of numerical aperture. We all know numerical aperture is the capability of a device of optical fiber to launch the light. ठीक है, कितना लाइट तुम्हारा ट्रैवल हो सकता है, that tells you numerical aperture. It is related to the acceptance angle. ठीक है, we all know the basic concepts of numerical aperture. So numerical aperture को measure करने के लिए we will find the spot size and the distance of the spot from the tip of the fiber We will this just launch the light, okay, and we will see its shadow. The spot is identified, and through this spot we will come to know the numerical aperture. Scanning photodetector, there are n number of devices which we can use to measure numerical aperture. So this is shown. The formula sin theta max. D the spot size, diameter, ठीक है, x is the distance. लाइट लॉन्च होगी, उसको हम सामने एक मिरर इमेज बना के उसका स्पॉट ले लेंगे, ठीक है, इट्स शैडो, एंड देन वी विल मेजर दैट स्पॉट साइज एंड वी विल कम टू नो न्यूमेरिकल अपेरेचर. Then fiber refractive index measurement. Here we are having 4 different techniques. Fiber refractive index measurement. For all these methods, there are different diagrams. We have to go through these diagrams. Sometimes we are using mirrors. Likewise, in this diagram, we are using fringing pattern. This is near field scanning. This is, now we will study the fiber diameter measurement. Fiber diameter measurement is find out by using this device, which is known as fiber image projection or a shadow method. See, generally these questions are not asked in the university. Okay, questions are majorly asked on your first part or the second part which we have discussed, and this is the third section of this unit. So you can remember few of these. Not possible to remember all. Okay, now the most important topic in this is optical time domain reflectometry, which is mentioned in your syllabus. बाकी सारे टॉपिक सिलेबस में मेंशन नहीं है, ठीक है. This is very important, so this you have to study in detail. Optical time domain reflectometry, which is known as OTDR. This is the measurement technique which is used mostly in the laboratories. ठीक है, OTDR. This technique is often called the backscatter measurement method. Backscattered measurement method is very important. It is known as, you can see, backscattered measurement method. It provides measurement of the attenuation on an optical link down its entire length, giving information on the length dependence of the link loss. When the optical fiber is used, ठीक है, a long length of optical fiber is used, the light will pass through that fiber, that will produce some attenuation. How to find that attenuation and link losses? That is used, that can be find out by using this OTDR method. When the attenuation on the link varies with length, the average loss information is inadequate. OTDR allows splice and connector losses to be evaluated, as well as the rotation of any faults on the link. This is a very, very effective technique or OTDR. OTDR can also be performed very nicely when splices and connectors are there. They also cause some losses.